It must have been in the 1980s, the early 1980s, and there was a French film on late night, and I think it was Letter to an Unknown Woman by Max Offals, or Offals.
My memory of the Phoenix, which I admit is a bit hazy, concerns a visit to the Phoenix I made back in the late 70s, possibly 80s. And it was a late night film, and the film was Max Offals' La Ronde.
And we regularly came to this late night showing on a Thursday night, so nothing unusual. However, this film, it wasn't as popular as other films, and there were only about 8 of us in the cinema.
I got here and it was, you know, late at night, and went into the auditorium, and there must have been a maximum 7 or 8 people. And chose a seat, and you know, there's plenty of space around, as there was. And the film started, and black and white subtitles, you know. And after a few minutes, I think it was after the film started, 3 guys came in, a bit younger than me, probably sort of early 20s, and sat down, a couple of rows in front of me. As
the film began, about 4 or 5 drunken louts came into the cinema, and they'd obviously come over after the pub had closed. They came in, they sat down. I think they must have been thinking that they were going to see an erotic French film or something. They came in and they sat down, were obviously totally bored with this film, and they began making noise and shouting out and being generally disruptive, and we were all sitting there thinking, what can we do? We can't do anything.
You know, as I do anyway, you know, you sort of, oh God, what should I say? Should I say anything? And eventually I kind of blurted out, and the moment I said it, I knew I'd said the wrong thing. I blurted out something like, are you going to settle down soon, lads? So it was kind of insulting, patronising, and didn't really sort of say anything directly, you know. And as I say, the moment I said it, I thought, oh God, that was the wrong thing. And there was 3 of them. The guy in the middle immediately turned round, looked at me,
punched him straight in the face, and we all thought, oh my God, you know, what's going to happen?
And in fact, I have a slight chip on that front tooth.
And somebody went and got the manager, and the manager came in, who was a man, I'd say, in his mid-40s, quite a slim build, and he said to them, ask them to leave. And they began shouting at him, and they eventually got up and left, and we're all sitting there thinking, oh my God, you know, what's happening? Poor man, and he got the man some tissues or something for his bloodied face, and went out. We began watching the film again, and a little bit shocking at the Phoenix, you know. And then the next thing we heard was the door rattling at the exit, the fire escape, and it was rattling, and they were banging on it and whatever. We were all sitting, we couldn't watch the film really. We all got a bit nervous. And somebody went and got the manager again, and the manager came back and he said, oh no, it's all right, we're going to ring the police. And then the next thing we heard was a great big smash through the front doors, through the glass doors there. And at that time, across the road, they were building the office block that's there. And it was the offices to McDonald's, you know, the burger place. And they'd taken a great big lunk of cement and brought it across the road and just, you know, threw it through the front glass doors.
I suppose partly at the end of the film, I thought, would they still be hanging around looking for sort of, you know, second round? But I didn't think they would be, and, you know, left slightly sheepishly.